Hi everyone, welcome back. Jedi here. Well, my brother and I had a fantastic weekend out over the Easter weekend. Apologies for not taking any footage of it. To be quite honest, it was so wet and so windy. A lot of our time and resources and energy was taken up just making sure we kept dry and warm. We did manage to get an open fire, even though it was raining quite badly. We got it established nicely, and it just really kind of reinforced that we were doing things the right way, which is brilliant. But again, apologies for not taking any footage of it. It was just too wet and windy. I've only got one camera, couldn't afford to replace it, and I just thought, what the heck, I'm just going to enjoy this weekend and be done with it. But obviously coming back in from that weekend, as you can see here, I've got my some of my gear out that I'm just putting away and looking after. Got the new Tatonka kettle there, Opinel Husqvarna hatchet, bow saw blade in that gaffer taped or duct tape sheath, the Guide Designs bottle topped off with a Tatonka mug, the Zebra Billy 14cm, my gloves, Mora, and the folding saw. Now I took the Mora along because my my new Condor is being looked after very generously by Scott from Wessex Blades. Thank you very much, Scott. Look forward to getting that back. I'm going to do a video unboxing on that when it comes. But I'm just finishing up for the night about to go in, and I wanted to get one last video done, and I thought I'd capture this, and it will be posted after the guys have put their video up. And basically it's a little package that I'm putting together for two young lads that have recently started their channels up, and I wanted to send them a few bits. I recently reached a bit of a landmark number of subscribers, and I wanted to celebrate that by paying forward some items that I got laying around and some duplicate bits that I thought might be of use to them. They're a couple of young lads. I really enjoyed watching their videos. I want you to go and check them out. I'm going to put their names up on the screen here, and Jacob and Ed, this is the package that's will be with you by the time you see this video, and I'm hoping this one will go up, well, it will definitely go up after you've done your unboxing, because I'm not going to post this one until I've seen you put yours up. Excuse me. But I wanted to celebrate this and send you a few bits, and I'll just take a couple of minutes to go through what I'm going to ping you across. First of all, and this is really only stuff that where I've got duplicates, and I knew that you know, the two of you young lads weren't going to be fighting over stuff, so I'm sending you a few bits that I've got. First of all, I've got this black Viper pouch. It's about the size of the army issue military water bottle holder, and it's got the 3 molly straps on the back. All of the poppers are still working and everything. You can thread that through any number of loops that you want. So I've got 2 of those. I'll just put those in as best they'll go in, as flat as possible. There's a few bits, so I'm hoping this box will be adequate for size. Let me know what you want to do with those. I think they're pretty good. They're still pretty robust. Next thing I've got for you two is a couple of cig bottles. Now these are 1 litre cig bottles that I managed to pick up. I've got a couple of those because they were on offer at the time. So being as I don't really use them that often anymore, I'm going to ping them over to you. So that's 2 cig bottles for you. Then the other things I've got are some Dutch Army pouches. Now these would be pretty good as like little possible pouches, or you know, little fire kits. And to aid that, I've put 2 Altoids tins in each one with Ranger bands, 2 on that one, 1 on that one. Inside these, this particular one has got some cotton wool in there, a little bit of jute twine, green heat gel, and some, I don't know if you can see that very well, some very fine thin gauge wire wool. So I want you to do a little video and show me how you'd start a fire with this thin gauge wire wool. And there's 2 different ways that you can do it, relatively easy. Well, certainly 2 that I would use over and above any others. But do me a quick video on how you'd start a fire with the fine gauge wire wool. That'd be good to see. So both of you have got a few fire lighting bits in those, and I think you should also do a video on using a Ranger band and using that to start or maintain or keep a fire going. And then in this one, which is the actual Altoids tin, that one's just one of my Altoids tin candles. and you both got ones with 4 wicks on them. So a little bit of light, a little bit of cooking ability there as well. Excuse me. So that's the Dutch Army pouches, and that one can go in there. And just to show you the other one I've got, and they've both got the same ones. An Altoids, one's a strong mince tin. So you both got one of those pouches. Maybe use those for little fire kits or whatever. Then I've also got, for each of you, there are 2 little clamshell boxes. I won't show you the, or try and avoid showing the logo on the front, but basically these are little clamshell boxes, and they've got little compartments on them. I'm putting together a little survival fishing kit for these, but you can use them for whatever you want to, little tiny small items. Keep them in a possibles pouch if you wanted to. You know, maybe do a little video on what you're going to use those for. They're quite handy. I've got quite a few of these laying around with various bits and bobs in. So there's one each of those for you, lads. And I've got 2 of these pouches. Now these are Velcro hook and loop pouches, and inside each one I've put an old cigar tube wrapped with Gorilla Tape and duct tape. I use one of these quite regularly for my duct tape, but also inside here I'll put little things like nuts and bolts that I use for my buck saw. You could put a couple of nails in there, you could put a drill bit in there, you know, any tiny small bits, little sewing kit in there if you wanted to. You know, lots of possibilities for that one. So inside each of those pouches you've got one of those each. They're fairly large pouches. I would say you'd probably get a 111mm Swiss Army knife in there without any problems at all, and they do carry both horizontally, so like that on the belt, with these elastic, and they're quite good. They're pretty robust and pretty strong. Those were for from Haney Haynes should I say, or they carry vertically, so horizontally and vertical carry. One of those in there for you each if you've got a folding blade. Hope you do, because they're pretty useful. And then just a couple more items. I've got 2 empty Barocca tubes. There's no vitamin C tablets in those, lads, so it won't be anything to do with food or you know, replacing lost vitamins. But you know, they're pretty useful tubes. You can use those for a number of things. There's enough fishing kits out there as well on YouTube that you know, you could look up and, I don't know, use them for whatever you want. You show me your videos, you tell me what you're going to use them for. Lots of different ideas. So you've got a couple of those as well. And then final things I'm going to chuck in for you, just in these Ziploc bags for no other reason than they're in there already. But I've got you these, I've got 2 of these spare lying around, these Swedish folding cups. So you can stick those in your brew kits. They're pretty good as well. You've probably seen quite a few people on YouTube using those. That just simply folds back in like that. So you've got one of those each as well. That's pretty much all I could get in there for you, lads. So I hope those bits are of use. As I say, this is just my my little way of celebrating a number of subscribers that I've reached now, and I'm absolutely blown away with it. So I'm going to take the opportunity to thank each and every single one of you that has supported me, that has given me comments, all of those things. I really do appreciate it. I never imagined that I was going to get to anywhere near 900 subscribers. I'm just totally blown away with it. And for me, this package, so I'm not going to put it up in advance of the guys getting it through. I want it to be a surprise for them. They know it's coming, but they don't know what's in it, and I'm hoping they're going to be pretty chuffed with what's in there. You know, sometimes it's a bit difficult when you're a kid and you're limited pocket money, all those sorts of things, to get any bits and bobs. But you know, as we all know, it's not about the kit. It's certainly not about the kit. It's about the knowledge that we carry with us. But there are certain items that I think are worthwhile. A fairly decent sheath, a mug to drink out of, a bottle to carry water in, you know, the knowledge of how to purify water, all that sort of business is absolutely critical. But you know, a good water bottle is pretty essential as well. I'll say a couple of other items that I hope are going to last them. So there we go, that should all fit in there quite nicely. I'll try and just box that up. I think that should go like that. Brilliant. So there you go, chaps, that'll be winging its way to you over the course of the weekend, and hope you enjoy the bits that you got, and I'll catch you all in the next video.